Welcome my guys, we're going to be doing a short 20-minute power Vinyasa float class today. So come and join me on your mat. Great space if you want to build a little bit of heat in the body, have a little sweat, perhaps after a run or just when you're short of time. So let's come to the top of your mat. We're going to start straight off standing. Have your feet come together this time. Yeah, bring the arms alongside the body. Close through the eyes, close through the mouth. And just let that breath start to come naturally in and out through the nose. Shoulders drop away from the ears. Starting to feel the feet really pressing down into the mat beneath you. Flicker the eyes open. Breathe and reach the arms up towards the sky. Catch hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Sweep up a little taller, so grow a little taller. And start to shift the hips over to the side as you draw, pull it into that wrist, over to the other side, into Dalasana. So find that nice side stretch here. Press down through the blade edge of the side of the foot. Take a full breath in. And an exhale breath, draw yourself back up to center. Switch your grip, take hold of the other wrist with your hand. So wrap and round, take hold. Reach up, grow nice and tall. And go ahead, shift the hips out, reach the arms up and over, feeling the stretch down the whole side of the body. Take a full inhale here. Exhale, reach yourself back up towards the sky. Arms pressed together above the head. Start to shift your gaze up towards the hand as you inhale. Breathing out, sweep the hands down the midline, come to find your forward fold. Heavy head, belly relaxes over the thighs. Breathe in, half lift, hands sweep up the shins. Roll the shoulders back. Plant the hands down to the floor. Step right foot back, then left foot back till you arrive in your plank position. Go ahead, drop the knees for the first Vinyasa and slowly start to lower chin, chest and tummy down to the floor, elbows staying snug. Breathe in and peel the chest off the mat, roll the shoulders back, squeeze through the glutes, baby cobra. Lower the chest back down, tuck the toes beneath you, lift the hips up and back. And send your hips up nice and high, finding your first down dog. So maybe your first down dog of the day. So start to really find some movement here. So wiggling through this space, pressing through left heel, pressing through right heel. You might shake the head out a little bit here. Almost like you're searching for areas that just need that little extra stretch. Your feet are at hip distance apart, hands are shoulder distance apart. Find a moment of stillness here. Breathe and shift your gaze between the hands and step your feet to the top of the mat. Land the feet inside of the hands. Breathe in, hands come up onto the shins, flat back. Exhale, take your forward fold. Really nice, everyone. Breathe in and sweep the arms all the way up towards the sky. Press the palms together. And exhale, draw the hands back down to the heart center. We're moving straight back in. So breath in, reach up, grow tall. Exhale, melt down that midline, forward fold. Now this time, as you come into your half lift, place your fingers on the floor, lift the chest. Keep the right foot where it is and step that left foot back. Drop through the knee, keep the toe tucked. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Knee stacks over ankle, just for one breath in. Let the hands come down to frame that front foot. Left knee picks up off the floor. Step the right foot back till you find a plank. Breathe in. Exhale, start to hover down, knees find floor. Slowly use the arm strength to lower. Inhale, breath as you lift through that chest. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, baby cobra or up dog. And exhale, roll over knees, tuck toes, lift hips, down dog. Good job, everyone. Shift the gaze between the hands. Maybe one big step this time to the top of the mat. Feet settle between the hands. Breathing in, find your half lift flat back. Exhale, take your fold. Press the palms together, sweep the hands all the way up towards the sky. Reach, reach, reach. And breath out, hands heart. Let's take it to the left side. Inhale, reach, grow tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Fingertips come onto the floor. Left foot stays there. Right foot steps down the back of the mat. Drop through the knee, keep the toes tucked. Reach the arms up towards the sky. Maybe your gaze follows your thumbs. Just holding for one breath. Slowly drop the hands back down to frame the front foot. Keep the back toes tucked, lift the knee. Step yourself back, find your plank position. Take a full breath in, we're holding here. So you might be here in this space, or maybe the knees are on the floor. Really draw the belly button up and in. Press the heels towards the back of the mat. And lift the shoulder blades up towards the sky. Take a full breath in here. And a full breath out. This time breathing in. And on your next exhale, send the hips up and back until you find your downward facing dog. Really lovely, everyone. Maybe finding a moment of stillness here. Knees might be bent, spine is long. Shift the gaze at the ankles or in between the knees. Good job, everyone. Slowly start to drop the knees down to the mat. Keep the toes tucked and step your hands forward, just one hand's distance. Yeah, so they're not directly underneath the shoulders now, they're a little bit further forward. Begin to hover the knees off the mat. Try and keep that spine nice and long if you can. Send the bottom back towards the heels. Then start to reach your body forward. Shoulders might come over the wrists. Press the fingertips in the floor, find a plank, and send yourself back. If it feels too much on the wrist, wiggle the hands forward a little bit more. Otherwise, we're trying to keep the knees hovering off the floor. Bottom comes back towards the heels and we charge the body forward. Find our plank and come back. Taking 2 more like this. Starting to feel a little bit warm now. You got this, guys. Last one. Maybe you press onto the big toes. Send your body weight right forward. Lovely, everyone. Drop the knees. Release the toes. Send the bottom back towards the heels. Forehead melts towards the floor. Take a moment in a child's pose. Full breath in. And a full breath out. Start to lift your bottom off the heels. Tuck the toes beneath you. Spread through your fingers as you lift the hips up and back. Find your downward dog. Press down through the left heel. Send the right leg up towards the sky. Keep the weight equal between the hands. Keep lifted through the right heel. Begin to draw the knee beneath you. Hold that knee underneath the chest. Shoulders roll over the wrist. Squeeze the knee in tight. Yeah, then drop that knee down, tap the mat. Use your core to lift it back up. We're taking 2 more. Tap. Squeeze up. And 1 more. Tap your mat. And squeeze up. Send that leg all the way back up behind you. 3-legged dog, extend. This time we draw the knee beneath us. Step that right foot between the hands. You might need to give it a shuffle on up. Back heels lifted, back knees lifted. Start to press into that right foot as you rise all the way up. Arms reach up towards the sky. Find your high lunge. Settle here, bend into that front knee. Reach the arms up. Take a breath in here, guys. As you exhale, start to draw the elbows down and back as left knee hovers down, kisses the floor, and reaches back up. Lower back down. We're taking 3. Reach back up. This time, really actively draw the elbows and the hands down and back as you kiss the knee on the mat. Reach all the way back up towards the sky. Lovely, guys. Start to straighten through that front leg. Interlace your fingers above your head and place the hands on the back of the head. Start to lift the left heel off the floor really high. Then squeeze through that left glute. Take a breath in. You might press the head into the hands, open the chest. And a breath out. Nice, everyone. Slowly start to release the hands, bend through that front knee. Drop the hands down to frame that front foot. Now listen carefully. Step that right foot back towards the left. Start to send the heels to the left. Reaching the right arm up towards the sky. Maybe stacking the feet, finding your side plank. Lift the hips a little higher. Roll that right hand back underneath the shoulder, heels lift towards the sky. Breathe in. Exhale, start to hover down, chaturanga, or drop your knees. Breathing in, lift and open the chest, squeeze your glutes. And exhale, rolling over knees or toes, downward facing dog. Good work, everyone. I'm taking 3 breaths here, in and out through the nose. Press down to that space between your thumb and your index finger. Grip the mat with each fingertip. Keep lifting the sit bones up and back. You got it. Press down through the right heel. Send the left leg up towards the sky. Find the length. Knee comes beneath you. Shoulders roll over the wrists. We hug that knee in nice and tight. Breathe in. Exhale, tap mat to knee. Use your core to squeeze up. Lower down. Squeeze. Take one more. So as you squeeze, you really press your palms into that. Lift the knee up. Send the leg all the way out behind you. Three-legged dog. Re-extend. This time knee comes beneath us and we step that foot between the hands. So you want your feet on train tracks, guys, not on a tightrope. So as you lift yourself up, might be a little bit more steady. Yeah, reach the arms up alongside the ears. Settle. Take a moment. Pressing into that left big toe. Breathe in. Exhale. Elbows come wide. Knee comes down. Taps mat. Reach all the way back up. Extend. Squeeze right glute as you lift. Lower and tap. And on your last one, can you draw the hands and elbows back a little bit more? Slowly coming down. Yes, and reach all the way back up. Really lovely, my guys. Drop the hands down. Frame that front foot. Left foot steps back towards the right. Send the heels to the right this time as you peel the left arm off the floor, reaching up, lifting hips, side plank. One breath in. Come back over, find your plank, and go ahead, start to hover down, knees or chaturanga. Let the elbows brush the ribs as you lower. Inhale, lift the chest up. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So we're going to take another little set of the flow. So let's stay with me. Press down through the left heel. Send the right leg up towards the sky. Option to bend through the right knee. Let the heel drop towards the bottom as we work on opening through the hips. Now can you keep the weight equal between the hands? Take a breath in, come onto the balls of the left foot. Lift the heel high. Exhale, send it back down. We're going to do one more like that. Inhale, heel lifts nice and high. And exhale, come back down. Start to draw the right knee underneath you towards that left elbow and tap, shoulders hover above the wrists. Send the leg all the way back up, three-legged dog extend. Right knee comes beneath you, taps right elbow. And send it all the way back up. This time we draw the knee beneath us and step the foot between the hands. You got it. Start to plant through that left heel. So ground the left heel down to the mat, toes face the long edge of the mat. As we windmill the arms all the way up and down, coming into our warrior two. So bending into that front knee, knee stacking over the ankle and left toes are facing the long edge of your mat. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Flip your front palm over, sweep forward with the fingertips. As you actively reach over with the right hand and that left hand glides down that back leg. Slowly come back out, warrior two. Breath in, flip front palm, we go again. Reach up and over. Find that reverse warrior. You got it, guys. And slowly come through center. Ooh, bring the hands to the back of the head. Interlace the fingers on the back of the skull. Take the elbows nice and wide. Sink a little deeper into that right knee. Slowly start to tilt your body over. Right knee towards right. Right elbow towards right knee. Come back up. Yeah, then slowly come down. Come back up. Last one. Really try to let the obliques do the work of pulling you back up. Yeah, you got it. And this time we drop the right forearm down to the thigh. Start to reach the left arm up alongside the ear. Find our extended side angle. Yeah, so if it might feel better, reach the left arm to the sky. Try not to dump too much weight into that right forearm. Breathing in and breathing out. Option for the last breath to release that right arm, bring it alongside the ear. Feel that power, that strength in your legs. You got this. One more. And slowly come all the way up. Find your warrior two. Windmill the arms over, frame that front foot, back heel lifts. Step right foot back towards left, find plank. Shift the heels over to the left, reach the right arm up to the sky, side plank, just for a breath. Then slowly come back through center. Find yourself in your full plank. Take a breath in. Exhale, lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Press down through the right heel. Send the left leg up towards the sky. Bend the knee and stack through the hip. Yeah, so left knee is lifting nice and high, weights equal between the hands, and I'm gazing at that right ankle. Breathe in, right heel comes off the floor, rolling onto the balls of the foot. Exhale, come back down. One more, inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Draw the knee beneath you. Come to tap that right elbow with that knee. Squeeze. Send the leg all the way up behind you, three-legged dog. Knee comes beneath and we tap left elbow, shoulders roll over wrists. Strong core, send the leg all the way back up. This time the knee comes beneath us and we step left foot between the hands. Begin to plant that right heel down to the floor, toes point out, as we lift ourselves all the way up, wiggling the arms till we find our warrior two space. Yeah, so sink a little deeper if you can. Can you squeeze through that right glute to help open out the front of that hip? Nice, everyone. Flip your front palm over, sweep forward with the fingertips. Right arm gathers down that back thigh, find reverse warrior. Come back out, reset. Breath in, we flip, we go again, up and over. Moving a little faster, building that heat in the body. And slowly come out, find that warrior two. Fingers interlace at the back of the head, elbows come wide, belly draws in, breathe in. Exhale, elbow focuses down towards knee. Lift back up. Take two more, lower. Feel the right hand side of the body pulling you back up. Slowly on the last one. Tap or come down or come all the way back up. Good job, my folks. Left forearm drops now to rest on the thigh. Right arm either reaches straight up to the sky or alongside you. Lovely. Press down through the blade edge of the right foot. Shine the right hand side of the chest up towards the sky. And for one last breath, shall we hover that left arm off the floor, off the knee even. Slowly start to release that left arm, bring it alongside the ear, just for a full breath in. And a full breath out, come all the way up. Windmill the arms over now to frame that front foot, back heel lifts. Step back, find your full plank. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Heels drop over to the left. Reach the right arm up towards the sky. Find your side plank. Right hand drops down onto the shoulders and start to lower yourself down through your vinyasa. Breathe in, open the chest, draw the shoulders back. Exhale, belly button pulls towards spine as we lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pause here for a moment, my guys. Breathing in. And breathing out. If this feels too much as a resting pose, then drop the knees and come to child's pose. Otherwise, we're steadying the breath here. Come back to it. Really lovely. Shift your gaze between the hands. Start to walk your feet to the top of the mat. Let your belly relax over your thighs, come to that forward fold. Slowly start to gather yourself all the way up, rolling. Head and shoulders come last till we come to this standing space. Yeah, so let's do a little bit of balancing together. So come to the middle of the mat if you're using one. We'll bring the hands to our heart center to begin with. Draw the right knee in towards the chest. Yeah, then fix your gaze and just feel that balance here, so stay with it. Option to stay here if it's enough, or maybe you begin to draw the chest forward and kick the right foot out behind you, coming into our warrior three pose. Notice if the right hip opens and see if you can roll it down. Crown of the head draws forward. Breathe. Now again, option to stay if you're feeling good. If you need a little bit more, can you draw that right knee in towards the chest? Release the hands underneath and tap your elbows. Keep the elbows there, extend the leg back out. Tricky one, folks. Draw the knee beneath you, squeeze it between that space, and send it back out. Yeah, then drop that right foot down towards left. Inhale, reach the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands come back to the heart. So I'm going to take it to the other side. So shifting your weight into the right foot. Left knee comes in towards the chest. Find it. So we know what's coming now. So start to prepare, fix your gaze. And maybe start to lower the chest now, kicking out through left heel, warrior three. There might be a micro bend in the right knee and that's okay. Drop the left hip down. Grow a little longer between the crown of the head and heel. Take a breath in. Exhale, left knee comes beneath us. We wrap the arms underneath and hold elbows. Re-extend the leg with a breath in. Exhale, come back under. Draw that knee between the elbows and send the leg all the way back out. Left foot joins the right. Reach up towards the sky with a breath in. And as you exhale, swan dive the arms, the chest forward. Come to find your forward fold. Wiggle your feet so they're hip distance apart. And maybe, if it feels good, you reach up and interlace the fingers behind the lower back. Release the neck first, and then you might start to lift the arms up and over. Yeah. Really let it go. Perhaps you find a little sway. Really lovely, everyone. I'm taking one or two more here, or maybe you release the arms completely. Let the bottom come back down towards, hands come back down towards the bottom. Fingertips come towards the floor. Turn the toes out and the heels in. As you slowly start to drop the bottom down towards the heels, coming into our yogi squat or Malasana pose. Yeah. Okay. So you might have your hands on the floor, and maybe you bring the hands to the heart center. This will look different for everyone. Nice. So we're going to finish with a crow pose to just test our balance and our arm strength a little bit. So if you've not practiced it before, it's totally cool. I'm going to show you some steps to come into it, and we can practice just hovering one leg and the other. So let's do that together. And if you really aren't feeling that crow pose, then just stay here and enjoy this deep yogi squats. Hands come down to the floor. If you're joining me, spread through the fingers. Let the toes point towards the hands. Now I like to lift my bottom up nice and high. Start to walk the feet in towards the hands a little closer. Bend the elbows back towards the ankles if you like, making shelves. Gaze off the front of your mat. And slowly start to tip forward, engage your core. And you might be here, this is awesome. Just resting your big toes on the mat, squeezing your belly, gaze is forward. And then you might practice hovering one leg, and then the other. Or maybe you go ahead and see how it feels to lift both. Squeeze belly. Breathing in, hold wherever you are. And breathing out. Yeah, let the feet come down to the floor. Let the bottom come all the way down towards the mat. Take the elbows nice and wide. Wrap your index finger and your middle finger around your big toe. Find length in the spine. So you're right on those sit bones now. Start to hover with the heels a little closer. Then hover the heels off the mat. Just checking I'm not going to headbutt anything here. Okay, so this might be enough for you. Just hovering the heels, engaging that core. Try not to round through the spine if you can. Sit up nice and tall. And then maybe you start to kick through the heels, lengthening the legs. Have a play around. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lovely, my guys. Bend through the knees. Let the heels find the floor. You might hold onto the toes as you walk or slide your feet all the way forward, lengthening through the legs. Breathe in, lift the chest. And exhale, simply fold over the legs. Let go of the back of the neck. Nothing too active, nothing forced. And soften into this space. Flexing through the toes. Let everything go. Good job, guys. And slowly lift yourself all the way back up. Bend through the knees. Let the knees point towards the sky. Settle the hands down just behind you. Fingertips point towards your bottom. Start to press equally between hands and feet as you lift your hips up towards the sky. Reverse tabletop, yeah. So keep your knees and your feet at hip distance. Keep lifting up. Then press your big toes into the mat. Can you activate the inner thighs as well as those deep core muscles holding you here? Lift a little higher. Slowly come back down. Let the bottom land towards the floor. Drop down onto your elbows. Keep your elbows under your shoulders, palms face down. So we're here. Extend through the legs. An option to lift one leg, then the other here, alternating. Well, let's see if we can lift both. So press the palms into the mat, squeeze the inner knees together, legs come up, drop them back down slowly. Let's take another one. Breathing in, lift, squeeze. Yeah, so 3 in total, or maybe 6 if you're doing alternative legs. Lift, 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 lift. You got this. Come all the way back down. Come back up onto the palms of your hands. Rebend through the knees. Press equally between hands and feet. Lift the hips up nice and high. You might let go of your throat completely here. Yeah, breathe in, hips come high. And breathe out. Slowly let the bottom sink down towards the floor. Last one, I promise. Bottom comes down towards the floor. Inner knees come together. Bring the hands to the backs of the thighs. Start to squeeze the knees together as you lift the shins parallel with the ceiling. Shoulders drop down away from the ears, boat pose. Either stay in here or option to release. We got this. Keep lifting. And then maybe step 3, interlace the hands above the head. Release the index finger, grow tall, and then drop down, tap that right side. We're moving slow with the fingers. Breathe it in, reach up. Exhale, tap left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tap. We're taking one more on that left side. Reach, grow tall. Strong belly, drop down. Reach all the way up and slowly release. Let yourself come down onto your back. Elbows find the floor. Rolling shoulders, head, back of the neck. Let it all come down. Good job, guys. Keep the bend in the knees. Arms rest alongside the body. Just find this shape. Let yourself arrive back in this space. We've not been in this short class. Take your arms out nice and wide. We're coming in just to a small spinal twist to finish. Allowing the right knees to drop, the knees to drop over to the right. Yeah, softly does it, gazing up. And if you need a little bit more, you might pick that right foot up and place it on top of that left knee so you have that little anchor. Full breath in and full breath out. Releasing foot back down, knees come up to center. Drop the knees over to the left. Find it. Notice how it's feeling this side. And maybe you add that little extra weight. Releasing foot. Let yourself come back up to center. Hug the knees in towards the chest. Wrap the arms around and catch hold of your wrists or elbows. Start to squeeze the knees in towards the chest. Squeeze everything nice and tight. The shoulders, the face, the toes. One last time. And slowly we let go. Let the feet come to the floor. Kick the heels towards the front of the mat. Arms rest alongside the body, palms face up. Shavasana. So allow yourself to come to this resting pose. I know sometimes when time is short, it's easy to miss this part out. When we're practicing at home, to jump back up and carry on with our day. But really allow yourself to surrender. Let your body find stillness and digest your practice. Allow it to fuel you, to serve you. Simply stillness and breathing. Stay in here as long as you might need or you have. And when you're ready to come back up, reach the arms above the head. Stretch the hands and feet in opposite directions. Before rolling onto your right or left hand side, finding that fetal position. Maybe ending your practice here or simply lifting back up to this cross leg space. Hands come on knees, spine is long, eyes are closed. Come to place the hands on the heart space. And you might take a little bow or drop the chest forward. Using this time to send thanks for yourself for showing up to practice today. Giving yourself more space in the body, the mind, to feel better and serve better to those around you. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me.